Balls.
Hey, ball. You start with balls?
You start with balls.
And where do we go from here?
A lot of
Ball.
places. There's a lot of places to go.
Hey, screw it. We're on. Hey, everybody, what's going on? This is the future.
Unfortunately.
You bet your boots, mister. All right. Thanks for tuning in again. Got some fun feedback in our chat there from one of our very avid listeners. So we were just going over that and giggling.
Yeah. From our like number one fan, I think, from Danny.
Valid.
Yeah. Because the last episode we were talking about like I brought up the fact about how there's like face masks all over the ground everywhere.
Right.
And then Danny was talking about she went on a little rant, and I just say it because at the end of the paragraph that she wrote, she said end rant.
And rant.
Yeah, so I was like, okay.
It's official.
It's official. It's done. So good job on that, Danny. I like that. That was cool. Like,
she knew what she was doing.
Yeah, she was just talking about how like when she goes on like goes walking with a friend that she like brings a trash bag with her and picks up all the trash, and everyone says thank you to them for picking up trash, but they don't do it. So they're just like, like fuck them, I don't care.
That's
kind
right.
of thing. And yeah, so yeah, it was just it's cool to read people's comments, if we don't know, just so you know, if we don't reply, we definitely read them. So
right.
Thanks for doing that.
Always. Yeah, I was after we had talked about that, I was out, every day I was out, I saw nasty masks on the ground, and I'm honest, I gotta say to Danny, hats off, because I sure as shit ain't grabbing that stuff. That's nasty.
Oh yeah, for sure.
They're like little COVID condoms.
You don't they are.
Yeah, you don't know what's in them. It could be a pregnancy, it could be a disease, or just nothing at all. But I'm not grabbing that. I mean, I seriously, hats off for grabbing that shit. Double up on the rubber gloves there. But hey, I seriously do pick up like trash sometimes. It just depends on my mood. Sometimes I throw trash, sometimes I pick it up. I'd say I'm about even.
Hey, there you go.
That's not true. I really don't throw trash. After living in Oregon for way too long, I realized it's not appropriate. Then I moved here and I saw people throwing trash, and I was like, I'm not gonna have any friends around here. Throw it on the ground, pussy.
The world is my garbage can. Okay.
Yeah, man. So how's you been?
It's good.
Has you been good?
Yeah.
Dude, I had a the way I just spoke reminded me that I had an Amish customer. Legit Amish,
Wait, is that allowed with the things?
What's that?
Wait, they could do that?
Well, what's really crazy is because I knew where I knew where he lived, and all that because I had the info, but it was just like, he was like, almost had an accent, like certain things, but he's like, I was like, listen, basically they have a home phone, and that's about their rules and their deal, with their ordnung, as it's called. He had a landline, some old school technology that we offer, so he needed to update that shit. And literally, we were about to shut it off because we're changing things up with the company. So anyway, I was like, yeah, let's get you squared away. And I was like, do you have an email? And he's like, email. I'm like, yeah, man, you got an email? He's like, oh, email, computers. I was like, yeah. He's like, oh, yeah. Like that. I was like, whoa, fuck, this is crazy. Yeah, and he's like, I'll get you one. I was like, no, wait, I'm gonna send you one. He's like, oh, email. I'm like, yeah, an email. He's like, what's that have to do with the phone? I was like, fuck, this is gonna take forever. He's like, what? I was like, nothing, don't worry about it. So anyway, yeah, dude, I seriously, I think we used like 3 different phones, 2 different neighbors' emails, and maybe a carrier pigeon, but we got it done. We got him upgraded, and now I talk with Ish on the end. Hamish, how you doing, Hamish? How are you, Hamish? Hamish?
And then on next week's episode, you're gonna have like an Amish beard and top hat.
You give me seriously, you know, I could get this worked out pretty quickly. It's not a problem. Because I get the Amish discount. I don't think they have that.
I kind of think that like their way of living is kind of cool, you know, like they just like they don't bother with any of this shit. They probably have like a lot less stress in their life, you know, without like all the hustle and bustle of this like technology and shit like that. They're not addicted to like their phone just being like, you know.
I think I don't think anybody gets off easy. So I think that
No.
the biggest struggle that they probably, I'm not saying you're saying that, but what I'm saying is, sure, the adults probably feel that way, but I feel like kids, no matter where they're from or what they're brought up with, are going to want technology, especially if they can't have it. So I can't even, I just really want to know how many like hidden cell phones are in Amish land, you know, and like serious consequences. You know, we're walking around with this shit and getting cancer on our skulls, and these kids are like hiding it in their ass crack, and they get a text message, they get off, you know, it's crazy. I've heard about
it. Yeah. They got like prison phones hidden in a toilet, like duct tape to it inside of the toilet. Like,
oh, he's got a lot of poop today, eh?
Yeah, it's like all that for a flip phone, huh? So you could play that fucking little snake game, that little
right. The outhouse is ringing, Ishmael. The outhouse.
Would someone answer the toilet already?
What kind of piece of shit phone is this?
Sorry, the phone's running. I gotta go flush the phone.
That's right. They don't flush, they shovel.
Yeah, that's probably true.
Fucking rough.
Yeah, man. So I think I made a mistake today.
I'm listening.
I went to the mall. That was awful.
Which one?
Fucking, I don't remember. The one that was far away from me. Yeah, that one, the Clackamas one.
Yeah, it's fucking ghost town in there.
That actually, it was popping. There's a lot of shit.
Well, you know why?
Huh.
Does anybody need to guess? Because I already know why. Because I work in fucking retail.
Tell us why.
Checks, baby, checks. Checks, baby, checks.
Oh, yeah.
IRS sent out checks, baby, checks.
Wait,
I know, because last week was shit at work. And this week it's like, let me get 17 iPhone Pro Maxes.
Wait,
like,
what?
No.
Wait. Oh, like taxes, right?
Money. Yeah, everybody starting to get their tax checks.
Yeah.
You know? It's like, I don't think you qualified. Crazy.
Yeah.
So anyway, sorry. Yeah, people got money. So you were saying?
Well, I mean, actually, because that's the first time I've been in there in a long time. The last time I've been in that mall was with you a long time ago. We went and saw, I think, Pirates of the Caribbean in the movie theater. I don't know.
No, we didn't.
Yeah, we did. You don't remember that?
We saw, but we saw like a Hangover or a Ted 2 in there too.
Oh, yeah. Huh. Whatever.
Yeah, Pirates, that works.
I
don't fucking know.
I really thought maybe, I don't know. We went and saw Shirley Temple. Who fucking knows?
Yeah, it wasn't fucking Goonies, that's for sure. That came out a long time ago. So it was something else. Oh, that's funny. Whatever. Anywho,
I needed to buy shoes. Wanted to get some new shoes.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's why I went to the mall. Didn't get any shoes, but I did get a bunch of toys.
You can't put those on your feet, man. It doesn't work out.
Oh man, they're collectibles. You don't want to collect them. But I'll show you what I got. It's so I got another alien. It's the Panther.
Okay. Yeah. I see it.
Yeah.
How did you get them at the mall? They don't have a fucking toys. Like what did?
There's like all those like toys. There's like these stores that have, like records and knickknacks, and there's toys and like posters, and it's like a store called FYE or something like that.
Oh, that's a records, like a music store.
Yeah,
I saw that they have a mini version of an FYE in your mall.
Yeah, and
they're bringing it back. It's crazy. It's a small store.
They got like a lot of these like pop toys, a lot of these Funko Pop toys, and then other movie toys, and
Right.
little knickknacks, those like balls of electricity where you touch it and it follows your fingertips,
Did you get one of those too?
No, but I really want one, man. I do. I
You gotta
really
get the
do.
one that's shaped like a snake, like it's
Oh
all like
yeah, that'd
green
be
and shit,
awesome.
Reminds you didn't do anything with your life. Yeah, it's great.
And I got a little Iron Maiden toy.
Oh, sick. Is that Eddie?
Yeah, it's one of the Eddies. He's got a chain around his neck and one of those like I'm insane,
Yeah,
thing.
jacket's on.
Yeah.
Dude, your woman walks in, she's gonna get so turned on when she sees what you did with your money.
I know. She was there, man, and
That's funny. She was there. Buy it.
then
Buy it.
she couldn't keep her clothes on in public. It was crazy. Now one of these toys is for her.
But it's in your room.
Yeah. Well, I have like a little shelf that has some of her toys on it that I also kind of like too. Well, it's pretty cool.
I'll just send you some of mine. Here you go.
Hey man, you want? I could have a Tony shelf. That's cool. Well, yeah, let's do a Tony shelf.
Oh, it's funny. Oh, shit.
So yeah, basically, I didn't buy any shoes. I didn't buy anything.
Okay, so why didn't you buy shoes? Not because you spent your money on toys.
No, that's actually not true. The reason why all right, so I went to one store and I was like, oh, we just got in the mall, like I'll shop around and I'll come back. And then we got all the way down to the other end of the mall. I'm like, I don't want to walk all the way back there to that fucking place. So I was like, fuck it. We've been in here for 2 hours. I got a bunch of toys. Let's leave. So basically I didn't get shoes because I was too lazy to walk back.
That's ironic. You couldn't walk back to get new shoes to walk in. That's interesting. Here's what puzzles me. When you walked into the mall, you were at the store you might buy shoes from, but you walked to the other end of the mall and said, fuck it, I'm done. So what'd you do? Call an Uber? You usually have to walk back to where you came in to go back.
Yeah, I know. That's the fucked up part. Is
the mall's like, shaped like a horseshoe or anything.
I know, like we walked out the wrong door outside, so we walked all the way around the building from the back to our car. It was stupid. I hate the mall. That fucking place.
It's a little like even any mall these days has kind of a spooky vibe to it. Just because you're like, are you guys, like any store you go into, like, are you guys gonna have a job? Like, is this are we staying open? And I'm in a mall now. I'm like, are they successful or are they going down? And it just always has of every mall. It's weird because there are massive amounts of people who just buy shit online. And before that, the mall always had people in it because there was no online.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it was busy today, and there was like
Friday.
You go to the Lloyd Center Mall, right?
Yeah.
The Lloyd Center, and like it's kind of a ghost town.
Oh, you went to both?
No, I just said if you do go, like if you were to go,
that one's spooky.
It's like a ghost town in there. There's not a lot of, like, some of the shops are closed. There's like one lost kid walking around that's been there for 40 years.
There's two restaurants, like two restaurants if you go all the way upstairs.
Yeah, but you go to the one I went to today, and it's like fucking, it's happening. There's people eating pretzels and shit like that. There's just like there's a group of like 25-year-old like dudes, and they're like sitting sitting in chairs in the middle of the mall. I don't know, like in the middle where people are walking, just sitting in chairs. And he looked at us and goes, because there's a mask mandate that's ending in March here in Oregon, and he's like, what do you guys, and since it's close to March, people are already not wearing their masks because it's February, and he's like, what do you guys think about the new mask mandate thing? And he just kind of was like, and I was like, I don't really care. And he's like, what do you mean? I was feeling spicy, and he's like, what do you mean you don't care? I was like, I don't care to talk to you. And then
sick burn.
And he just looked at me. He said, okay, that's what's up. And I was like, yeah. And we just walked away. It was pretty cool. It was fun for me.
Your lady's like, that's it. You're getting a blowjob in a Camry. Come on.
I hope so. That or a pretzel, I'll take either one. I don't care.
Dude, if you're getting a blowjob while eating a pretzel, I hope you have the cheat, like the dipping sauce. You know, just be like, and people walk by, be like, "Ho!"
It's really hard not to make a really foul joke right now. I'll get you some dipping sauce. You know what I mean? Okay.
There you go. Doesn't taste very sweet.
Not on my diet.
This is sweeter than usual. Add an extra vanilla. Anyway, all right, we're done with that. If you didn't pick up on that, don't worry about it.
Yeah, forget about it.
How
are you, Tony? What's up, Tony? How are you?
Oh, I'm well, thank you. I did have a kind of a funny story first thing this morning. Another work-related story, but still. First customer of the day, talking to her, and she starts laughing. And she says, "Excuse me, but are you white?" And I just reacted the way I just did. I was like, yeah. It's like, I am 100% Caucasian. And she's like, "Well, I'm not." And I was like, "No shit." And so she's laughing and she's like, "I got to tell you something." I was like, "Go ahead." She's like, "It's very rare for a white man to make non-white people laugh." And I said, "Okay." And she's like, "No, I'm serious." She's like, "You're genuinely funny." And I was like, "Thanks." You know, it's like, cool. I'm getting paid for my humor, kind of, you know, whatever.
Right.
And she's like, "So we're going back." That was the main funny part. But then she went on to say, she was like, "No, I'm serious." She's like, she's like, you should be a comedian." I was like, "Yeah, I kind of know what I'm doing a little bit, you know." And so she's like, "Do you know who Bill Bellamy is?" And I said, "Yeah, I know who Bill Bellamy is." She's like, I graduated college with him. And he used to go do stand up around DC, like where they were. He finished college, he rolled the dice, went to LA, it worked out. And so we were talking and she says, and I said, "Well, you have quite a personality on you. What do you do?" And she's like, I'm a DJ on Sirius XM. And I was like, "Get the none of the cursing is in this call, but I'm not on the call now." So I was just like, basically in so many words, "Get the fuck out of here." And she was like, "Yeah, that's what I do." So instantly I was like, "Wow, this is awesome." And she's like, "I have to tell you something." She was like, you could do that. Your voice sounds good on the radio." I said, or it sounds good over it. And I said, "Now I know you're lying because I've heard it and it sounds like shit." And she's like, "I'm serious." She's like, "You're la 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 la." And so long story short, she's like,
"That's awesome.
"I'm going to email you some contacts for some agents and shit like that." And I was like, "Just be sure you tell them I'm white." And she's like, "Oh yeah, I'll let them." And I was like, holy shit. Tell me there's a group with the company that I work for. Tell me there's a team that's listening to this call that's just like, oh, like there's a group somewhere just sitting around drinking beers, doing coke, getting paid too much, and they're just listening to edgy calls. They're like, oh shit, yeah, hi, digital high five, assholes, he said it. That kind of thing. That's like, I felt like I was walking that line. So long story short, what I'm trying to get at is, I think I can do clean comedy.
Dude, that's fucking awesome. That's so cool. Like,
that's not to sit here and toot horns, but once in a blue moon, she even said to me, she's like, seriously, she's like, "Listen, I did some TV and shit in my younger days, but I had to work a day job, blah, blah, blah." She's like, "I was doing this, that commercials. And then I went to some talent things and I ended up getting picked up for Sirius." She said, "But this shit didn't gel." She's like, "I'm just in my 50s now." She's like, "So the shit didn't even gel until a few years ago." It's like, I spent my 40s getting where I wanted to be in my 50s. And I said, and I just said on the line, so I said, "So you're saying there's a way out of this shit?" And she's like, "Yep." And it's just like a nice fuck you to the company I work for that's listening to this. I'm like, "Ha, assholes." Every once in a while I just give them a jab, But she was just like, I was like, you know what? I was like, I'm probably not going to do anything with my life because I've kind of decided. But if I do, it'll be because you emailed me these people. And we were just going off. It was great. But every couple of months, someone's like, "You should be on the radio." And I was like, listen to me. I said, I appreciate that, but you just told me to take a pay cut and work for free Subway sandwiches. And they're like, oh, really? I'm like, yeah, they don't make shit at all, as far as I know. And the woman I was talking to, she was nickel and diamond trying to get a good deal. So I'm like, obviously her dream didn't involve a good paycheck, but that's nice. You know, it was just cool to be like, oh, you know, flattery.
But did she give you like contacts and stuff?
I don't know. I check my email like once a week. I'll check a few days. She was like, I'll hook you up, you know, at some point. That whatever. I don't.
Sure, but like,
I had a coworker who doesn't even know if I'm funny or not. Was like, dude, he lives up in New York and he's been there his whole life, and he's like, I got contacts, I got agents. I'm like, I'm no fucking good. Like, I don't want to do that. They'll just put me on a list of shitheads to never talk to again. I don't want to fucking do that. Even if I did stand up for 20 years, I wouldn't want to talk to a fucking agent. Are you kidding me? Like, you know what? I'm like, what's that? Damn it. I was thinking, just had a musical artist who popped into my head. Did it? Fuck. He was basically, God damn it. Hang on. Because there's a good reference here. Bill Withers.
Bill Withers,
right,
yeah.
That's probably, you know what I'm talking about? Bill Withers. So for everyone else who doesn't know who the fuck I'm talking about, I'm pulling him up real quick just to stir up a point here real quick. Sure. So not everybody who's an artist even was seeking to be an artist. Not every, you know, obviously not everybody wants show business. Sure. So Bill Withers he wrote I Ain't No Sunshine, Lovely Day, Lean on Me, etc., etc.
Yeah, so, a lot of songs that people cover nowadays, a lot of those. Yeah.
And he worked at a factory, and he wrote songs, did his shit. And one day someone came up to him and they were interviewing about his music. And, you know, he was like, listen, man, in so many words, he was like, I don't give a shit about the music industry. He's like, I got a damn day job. I'm working at a factory for 30 fucking years. I sing and say whatever the hell I want. And I was like, that's what I want to do right there. I want to do that. I want to tell that when I finally make it, just say, fuck you. That's what I want to, and then beg to have, you know, like, please take me. But still, for that 1 minute, just on camera, just, I don't need this shit.
And then when the camera goes, wait, please take me back.
I just want to say it.
Oh, it's fucking great.
Is there a party in there? I want to come in. Oh yeah. But I guess the whole reason for that is it got me through my fucking day, and it's really nice once in a while to like hear some shit like that. Never met him, never will. It's nice to get a compliment within a 20-minute transaction.
Well, I mean, that's cool, man. That's really cool, because it's just like it only takes a little things like that, you know, to like make a day at work, you know, worth it, you know, sometimes. You know, that's
right. And the funny thing is like we do this show. I mean, we just have no fucking marketing, but we have our show, and we're doing it from the ground up. We'll probably stay down here the rest of our lives, but that's all right.
Hey, we're having a good fucking time, and we
exactly.
Got, you know.
But it's just funny. I was thinking to myself, I'm like, all right, you have to have a dream for one to come true. I was like, all right, fuck it, let's go big. Me and Alex are gonna go do some auditions.
Dude, we gotta take this show to America's Got Talent. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah, man. We keep talking about dicks, and we open up with balls and dicks and shit every show. We're gonna go somewhere fast.
Okay, maybe not be somewhere, up, somewhere which is nowhere very quickly. Nowhere is somewhere, and somewhere is nowhere.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And then I have a piece of news that I'm personally excited about. Is that as you know, I'm a very big Tool fan. Mm-hmm. And the Tool train's coming into town Sunday. Nice. And nice. I decided I needed, because of the vacation that I took, the way it is at work, I have to take so many hours off a month to get relief for my quota. So I had to take 2 more days this month. So I just gave myself a nice 5-day weekend. I'm gonna go do some Tool, fucking hockey game. You know how it is.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be a dirty little whore and give the industry some money. Well, but the friend that I'm going with, we dig merch. It's fun, not Tool merch. Don't give a fuck about your Tool merch for anyone that's watching this shit. It is insane. I'm not gonna go crazy here, but for those very few who know what we're talking about, where you go to a show, they have shit for sale, you're high as fuck, you come home with 3 t-shirts that don't fit and a poster you already ripped in half by accident because you sat on it. That's the shit you wait in line for. So Tool is huge for this kind of stuff. They
Yeah.
have really neat, sometimes they have really neat posters, yada, yada. They make one for every show and they sell for a fuck ton. I'm
Sure.
talking framed, $1,000, easy, autograph, more. I mean, it gets out of fucking hand, ridiculous.
Mhm.
So I had my friend, he's like, well, how do you feel about showing up a few hours early? And the first, as soon as he said that, I was like, fuck no. But then he was like, there's more. What if you wait in line to get merch? Double
Mhm.
fuck no. No interest in that at all.
So
And the reason
why
for
are
that is
you
simple. Huh?
why are you saying no to Tool merch?
Here's why. They have a VIP group.
Mm-hmm.
VIP gets dibs on all the posters. And to my knowledge, and this isn't just Tool, they have this shit going on. If they can milk your ass to join a club, they're gonna do it. So they get all the posters first. Isn't that fucking special? So who fucking cares, man? People wait. My buddy's reading these chats and he's like, some guys were waiting until since 6 a.m. and they still didn't get a fucking poster. The bullies came through and I'm like, bullies? I'm like, what is this shit? I told him, I said, listen to me, man. I just bought some dope called White Widow. We got fucking floor seats. We can show up right on time for the show. That's all we got to do. Fuck a poster. Like, seriously, you're better off. I'll just let you give some guy a blowjob for his. That'll be fine. So we're going to split a poster and he's going to swallow. So it's going to be great. It's going to be really fun.
You're gonna be the guy.
I just can't. I just fucking can't. I'm older now. I like looking at the posters. It kind of reminds me of the drugs I took, but fuck, man. At what point is it's like, why would you sell 10 posters to one person? That's how it works. They're like, here, you can have 10. Well, what the fuck is that? You know, because the dealer don't care, right? He's like, listen, I got 10 pounds of cocaine. I could sell it all to one person, or I could give everybody an 8-ball. But I get off the street a lot quicker if I sell it all to one person.
Well, they're only thinking like, as long as I sell it, you know, like they sell.
Should
They
be
sell.
limit one per person, man.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
fucking hey, we have 5,000 posters. Way too many people coming. First 5,000 people get it. That's all there is to it. It's just stupid to me. Like, I don't believe in waiting in line. Since when I was a teenager, I'd never really had to wait for a concert out front, but you know how that's how they used to do it, right? You know that. So you used to go get a concert ticket, you wait in front of the venue, you'd sleep over, you wake up, you get your tickets, it's done.
For sure.
I never had to do that, and I'm not going to do that for some dumbass poster, especially not in Philadelphia in 30-degree weather. I don't give a shit, man.
Well, see, that's the thing is like, even for a shirt, like I've waited in line for like an Iron Maiden shirt and other fucking shirts like that, which is really cool. And you get the tour shirt, and that's great. But you could also buy most bands' tour shirt on their website. Costs the same amount of money. You could do it when you're at the show. You go take a piss, just go fucking put it in, buy it real quick. You bought it at the show. It's not, you know, like you could say, oh, I bought it at the show when I saw him. You know, like it's the same thing.
And here's the funny thing. I don't have a shitload of luck with that kind of crap anyway. And the buddy I got going with me, they don't call him lucky either. So it's sorry, I've been talking shit all day long. I've been doing it, so I'm on one. But in any case, the last time we went to Tool together a few years ago, and we like to get blazed. And then, but the thing is, you get high, you get through security. The bitch of it is, you get high, you're high for security. That's the truth. You smoke out in front, you're most stoned when you're dealing with security. Yeah. After them, you're dealing with merch, if that's where you went. So we went and bought the Tool shirt just for this show. It has the same image that's on the poster, but on the back of the t-shirt, it says the date and all that horse shit. No one cares. So we buy the fucking shirts, right? And we go we don't really look at them. We go do our thing. The next day, my buddy sends me a picture. He's like, I don't think I'm going to wear this shirt anywhere. And I was like, the fuck's wrong? And I had mine on. Like, I literally wore it to work. I was like, fuck's wrong with it? And he's like, you might want to check it before you show anybody. And he's not wrong. It's really weird. It's some kind of like futuristic alien girl. It's definitely a girl, probably about 12 years old. And she's like silver glimmery. It looks like it's showing her boobs. Like, it's not wearing a shirt. It's just really, she kind of looks like she's like 7 tits. I don't know how to explain it, but it's a disturbing fucking shirt. And I only wear it, you know, to family reunions and stuff, but never out really in public, you know.
And it's a Tool, the Tool shirt.
It's a Tool shirt. It's the same art that they chose for the poster. So I'm like, I'm not hanging this shit on my wall. I'm like, so I told him, I was like, our luck is shit anyway. Who cares? I'm like, we'll get high and end up buying. We'll buy a fucking shirt anyway. I just want the art to be good. Like, I just want cool art, because if you've ever seen Tool art, like there's some really like third eye hallucinogenic, awesome shit. We get a nasty 12-year. What the fuck? Why did we get the pedo shit? The fuck is this?
Well, I like how you're like, why did we get this? But you're like, I want that one.
I did buy it. I fucking waited in line and I bought it. Of course I did. I didn't really look at it. I was like, give me the tour shirt. It's like fucking $40. That's a ripoff. I'll have one. Fucking yeah. So I dig cool merch. I do. But I'm not, fuck waiting 4, 10, 12. That's stupid. Fuck that shit. And if you're one of these assholes that goes and buys these posters and sells them and that's your thing, though, I hope your mom leaves you the house when she dies, because I know you live with her ass.
Yeah. No, I don't. I live in the basement.
It's apartment B, okay? For basement. No, I get it. So I had to go on a tangent. So like 3 people are like, what the fuck are you talking about? Just, if you're a really big music head, you get it. Long story short, don't go, just fuck merch. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, I mean, I like the merch I really like to buy is like a local band, or like a band that's just like kind of starting out, like trying
and it helps them.
So yeah, trying to support them, like, but it's like, no offense to Tool or bands like, that have reached that level of success. No offense to them, but it's like, you don't need the money. You've stopped needing it a long time ago. You don't need it. You like it. There's a difference,
Well, and what I've heard is that the band actually came out and said, we hired a company to manage this shit. We don't have anything to do with it.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, but I mean, they're still making money off of it. But
sure, but I mean, they don't have, like you said, they're so far removed from the sale of it. They probably don't even, they would look at your shirt like, where'd you get that from? They're like, your fucking concert.
Yeah.
Like, oh, okay. But when we saw Blackwater Holy Light in them, that's where when I saw LA Witch, I was like, yeah, I know they're going to need, they'll be on the road, and that's a cool shirt. So done. It's comfy. I'll have it.
Right.
But I don't, plus when you go buy merch from a big band, they charge a shitload.
Fucking A.
Oh, well, this is a Tool poster, so it's easily worth $300. Like, get the fuck out of here. I'm going to snort $300 worth of drugs through that tube. That's about it. I'm not going to fucking buy the poster. Just give me the tube and I'll go vacuum clean up.
Big tube. Did a whole kilo. Woo!
The common dick bird.
Snuffleupagus, baby.
Hi, kids. There's snow coming out of my nostrils. I'm dying. I'm fucked up. That's great. But yeah, so that's what I have coming up. I told my friend, I was like, hey, dude, we bought 2 shows. So we're going to fucking Long Island on a Wednesday. There's nothing to do in Long Island on a Wednesday. So if you want to go sit in the fucking, sit in front of a venue for 7 hours, we can do that then. I'm like, I'm not. I'm going to go get a, fucking pretzel like you would or something. But
fucking
yeah, I'm really excited, man. I have fucking floor seats. I'm just stoked.
That's
just
awesome.
they're probably, I don't even care. Like, I just that energy just to stand there and be like, yeah, fucking A. It was the goal. The goal was to get good floor seats, and then to have seats. If you go at a venue, big venues, you know how they have the upper levels, and the seats that I always wanted were directly behind, like straight back up, row 1, looking straight at the stage.
Mm-hmm.
You can see the sound booth down there, but you get the whole visual of the stage.
Right.
And those are some hard seats to get because people are old and they want to sit down. So when we're going to Long Island, I got those fucking seats.
Nice.
So I'm like, I said, this is my last time seeing these guys. I'm done. I don't need to see them anymore. I think that's a lie, but still, it's like once you get the best seats. So I'm hoping for a good fucking show. Got some tasty dope to go for the show. So it should be a good time.
Tasty dope.
Yeah, it's that White Widow shit. That was great 10 years ago. I don't know how it's still around, but
it's the same stuff, same product. It's just 10 years old.
I thought they were trichomes. It was actually dust. So I had to blow it off before I smoked it. It's old stuff.
It's good for you. That'd be fine.
Good.
Oh,
yeah. Yeah, so that that meant nothing. Just I probably will buy 3 fucking posters. That'll be the funny part. Next week I'll be like, look at this, man. I cleaned out my bank account. Ah!
Just spent like $3,000.
Fuck. I'm not getting that high, man. There's an extra 0 on that number. Okay, here's my card. Fuck. And I'll sit on it.
That's awesome. You should. Fuck it, man. Just spend all your money. You'll be fine.
No. Fuck no. I'm gonna start buying Viagra soon so I can keep doing my favorite hobby.
Taking pills?
Yeah, exactly. The blue ones. But yeah, I think that's pretty much, that was what I had. Anything else wild happened to you?
I got a couple things. First of all, I got a ticket to go see Dave Chappelle in April.
Fuck.
So that's cool. Yeah.
Huh? Where'd you find that?
Well, he's coming to the Moda Center in April, and I think he's already sold out.
Yeah, I mean, I'd hope so. He's fucking on. That's kind of funny.
They went on pre-sale last night.
And they're gone.
My friend like came running into my work last night, and he's like, Dave Chappelle, you want a ticket? And I was like, yeah. And he bought a ticket, and he got there in the nick of time because they went off of pre-sale at 10 o'clock. But he somehow was able to sneak into the pre-sale site and buy one at 10:02. So
he got 2 then.
Yeah, he got 2. Yeah.
I mean, what you got? So you're just somewhere in the building?
We're like nosebleeds, like way up top.
That's cool. I don't have anything like that. I didn't even get to see Bill Burr.
Yeah.
A friend of ours, of you and mine, asked the other, like, he had reached out. Our buddy Danger reached out, and he says, "Are you a fan of Paul Reiser?" And it was a text I got in the middle of the night, so I didn't respond to it. And I was like, anyway. So then he hits me up again a few hours later. He's like, "Hey man, what's up? You like Paul Reiser?" And I'm like, I was like, "Not really." And he's like, "Not at all?" I was like, "What's up, man? You got free tickets or something? You got a picture of his dick? What's going on? I don't get it. Who cares?" And so he, I mean, he and I we like Robin Williams, and he sent me a book, and I'm reading it. So I mean, I guess he was talking about comedy or something, but I was trying to figure out what the fuck he was getting at. So I was like, he took it personally. He was bummed out that I didn't like Paul Reiser, and I was just like, I like edgier comics, man. I respect what he does. I respect him as, the yada yada, which basically means I respect that he's a comic. I don't give a fuck about his material.
Right.
That's just, sorry, folks. There's some stuff I don't like.
Sure.
You're not pushing the limits. I don't give a shit. So he was just weird, but it was like he just stopped. That was the last thing I told him, is I respect him as a comic. I just don't, But
maybe
it wasn't rude.
Maybe he had a ticket and had you in mind. I don't know.
Yeah, I would have told him to give it to someone else. I'd be like, that's wasted on me, man. I'm pretty sure I'm washing dishes that night. But I didn't think you wash dishes. I do now. Don't want to go to see Paul Reiser. My point to that is Dave Chappelle, Dave Attell, Bill Burr, fucking what's his name, Bobcat, just because I've always liked him.
Yeah.
But those guys are on my list, and it's a short fucking list of comics I want to see. That's it. And that's those are people I would pay to see too. Like after a while, it's like,
There's a few people, like I'd love to see Anthony Jeselnik.
Damn, yeah. And I don't know how Tosh is live, but those dudes definitely are edgy. I'd see Jeselnik before I'd see Daniel Tosh.
Yeah, I'd love to see. I'd see Tosh. I'd love to see Stephen Wright. I'd love to see. Todd. We saw Todd Barry before. Remember that? It was at Sasquatch. So you.
Oh yeah. Yep.
I like him because he's fucking weird. He's just a weird guy, He's not super, but he's a cool guy.
Didn't some chick, some girl at the Music Shack or something say that Todd Barry like follows her around? You don't remember that?
What?
When we were at Sasquatch, either he said on stage or we talked to the girl down at the place that sells records down.
Oh, okay.
And either he said it or she said it, but someone said that they like to stalk the girl that works at the music booth. That she's from the Seattle record store that they always used to book for Sasquatch. And I thought either he said it on stage or we went down there, and she was like, "Yeah, he stalks me." It was something weird. I was like, "Because he's kind I was like, he kind of looks like a stalker." I mean, no offense,
Is that like a good thing? Like, yeah, he stalks me. Like,
well, if someone's been stalking you for 6 years, you know about it, and you haven't got any weird stuffed animals put on your car with like an arrow through the head, or they tried to kill you, it's probably friendly. You're probably all right. I mean, 6 years, he ain't killed you yet. You haven't turned into luggage. You're fine.
that's fucking great. Yeah, he stalks me. Oh yeah, I stalked the girl at the fucking at the record.
Could you
booth.
imagine if he's like, "You know about me?"
I thought it'd been, oh man, I gotta get better at this.
Thought I blended in with this weird hair and short body.
Yeah, I can't stalk you anymore now. I gotta find a new one.
That's great. Looking for people to stalk. Don't know about it.
All right. So speaking of stand-up, so like maybe once a week or like once every other week or something like that, I go to the bar after work to have a unwind down drink, like a nightcap. And the bar that I took you to when you were here, Mad Hannah's. And I'm sitting at the bar. It was just me, and I'm just kind of like drinking my drink. I was just gonna drink one. And this lady that works there, she also might be the owner, I don't know, but I see her all the time. Like she's either in the bar having her like shift drink, or she's serving me a drink, and I always go, "Oh, hey, how's it going?" Whatever, friendly. She comes down and sits near me, and we start talking, and she's like, "Do you know any jokes?" And she doesn't know me. We don't know each other super well. It's just kind of like friendly. "Hey, how's it going? You work here. I give you money for drinks, how was work," kind of conversations. And so she doesn't know that I used to do stand-up. So she's like, she's like, you know any jokes? Tell me some. And I'm like, so I think of a street joke. I don't even remember what it was. I tell her, and then she starts telling me like street jokes. And she's like, "You want to hear some originals that I wrote?" I'm like, "Okay." So she starts telling me like probably like 5 to 6 original like knock like street kind of jokes, like the popsicle stick kind of.
Okay.
Humor. So I'm listening to them. A couple of them were kind of funny, and she's like went out to go smoke, and she was out there for like 15 minutes, and I got another drink, and I'm just sitting there. And she comes back in and starts talking about comedy and talks about how she wants to do comedy, and she just is too nervous and afraid, and she had a routine and talking about her favorite comedians, and I'm just listening to her and really not saying too much. She's just talking and going on and rattling. And I'm like before I kind of drink my last little bit in the cup, and I go, I wasn't gonna tell you, but I decided to. I did comedy for almost 11 years. Just let you know. He's like, "You let me talk for like 40 minutes and you're just now saying that?" And I'm like, "Yeah."
That's the punchline.
Like, yeah. And then now she really wanted to talk about it,
That's the problem.
Yeah.
Right.
And I wasn't gonna say anything, but I do have to admit, like when she asked me, like, it was like, "Tell me a joke," like, "Do you have a joke? Do you have a joke? Do you have a joke?" I was like, I couldn't think of any jokes. So I told her one of my old ones. And then so I felt a little dirty. So I was like, I'm gonna come clean.
Oh, I see.
I felt like I told her one of my jokes. I felt like an asshole. So I was like, that was one of my jokes that, probably one you didn't laugh at. And and so yeah, I don't know. It was kind of just a funny thing. That's really all that happened. And then I went home.
It's ironic. That's just sitting there, like, listen to all this comedy talk, and she has no idea.
I was like,
but if she did, you'd be there twice as long. She'd be picking your fucking brain, and like, listen, people who stop doing what they, maybe you don't, whatever.
Right.
You probably don't want to talk about it for too long. Just remind you that you don't do it anymore.
I mean, honestly, I have very fond memories of comedy. I have no regrets, and I'm like 100% happy in my life, and I don't long to do it, but I don't like hate it when I see it, you know, like I'm actually a fan of comedy now. Like I listen to comedy at work. I was listening to Norm Macdonald at work a couple days ago, and like you know, a lot of people. I actually like comedy now. I used to kind of not like it.
Right.
But
Well, my struggle has always been like, hasn't been with stage presence. It's always been just the material itself. I've always written scary, fucking offensive, nasty shit because that's what I find to be funny.
right.
But the irony is that doing what I do now all day, having to be clean because I'm literally being listened to and my job's on the line. If I say the wrong thing, could just be a dirty word. I could be fucking gone. Like that's it. So that's forced me, but I have to have a personality or I'm not going to sell as much shit. It's not going to be as much fun. So the past 2 years, I've been carving that out. And as you can tell, like I told you the story this morning, 8 o'clock in the morning, I'm knocking them out, just left and right, just throwing, that's being funny, I know how to tell a
Yeah.
joke. So making shit up. But I've been writing this whole fucking time. Like I'm just in dormant, just writing until I get where I want to be. And
Mhm.
finally, I started tearing apart the stories I used to tell everybody that got them going and started writing those down and putting timing to it. So I'm
Mhm.
like, it's coming. I'm putting bullets in my fucking gun. And one day I'm going to shoot that cocksucker. Like, I'm doing it and I'm going to say some shit. I just want to have bits to have bits. You know what I mean? But like, seriously, just have shit loaded up. What if they're like, okay, hey, you know what? You are fucking funny. We want to listen to your stupid ass on Sirius Radio, whatever. Do you have any fucking material? Do you have any ideas? Yes, I do. Here you go. Here's some fucking material. I have it all teed up. Who knows what you'll do with it? If the shit comes to your head, write it the fuck down. Why not? There's nothing else to do with it. It's just fun. It's like something I don't have to go stand at a mic for 4 hours. I know if it's funny or not because I know how it works. So I know
Right.
if this is going to be funny or not. I can tell by being on stage. If they laugh, that's their fucking deal. But I know that it's funny. That's the key. All the first 10 years of comedy for me was just figuring out what the fuck was funny and what was going on up there. And
Sure.
now it's just like sometimes taking a break or stopping, whatever. It's nice. You see if you really desire it or not, You're like, oh, do I really fucking still want this or not? Me, I just can't stop writing. I might just take all those stories, slap them in a fucking book and be like, there you go.
Yeah. I mean, that'd be kind of a cool thing, you know?
Right. I mean, the comedy, like, be funny if I went up there and opened my book. Like, hey, fuck you guys. Hey, You could just read the act, but here it is. Just,
It's fucking
yeah, it's
awesome.
just whatever life is ups and downs and shit. It's going to come at you left and right. The longer you're alive, the more opportunities you get to handle that shit, find new
Mhm.
ways to act mature or whatever. But if
For
you
sure.
find something that you fucking like, whatever it is, even if it's your own guilty little pleasure, writing jokes down on a fucking napkin, who cares? It's your fucking deal. Have fun with it.
I mean, that's what I found. I realized
Or if you just
collecting
like
stuff.
listening to fucking comedy after all the years you spent doing it, you just like to listen to people tell fucking jokes. Nothing wrong with that at all. It's fucking awesome.
No. Um, Speaking of
Entertainment.
yeah, I think it's time to talk about entertainment. Time to talk about music.
Yeah, Alannah Myles to be exact.
Yep.
Um,
Anna Miles and her debut album, self-titled
Alannah Myles.
Alannah Miles. Yeah. So this was brought to us by Danny, who we were talking about earlier. So thank you for the suggestion. And I'll ask you, since I'm talking already, what'd you think about it?
All right, I'm gonna be honest up front.
Mhm.
Didn't like it. No. Right after the show, I try to do my what I should do and listen to the music. I had no idea who this nothing. Honestly, I thought it was maybe like a 90s a 60s like jazz artist. I had no fucking idea.
Oh,
So I
okay.
turned it on, wasn't expecting to hear what I heard, and forgot about it till yesterday. I even told you I was like, I can't record. Didn't listen to the music. I'm being honest. I put it on. There's no fucking way that was gonna happen in the gym. I was like, nope, not working out to this shit. Black Velvet, hey, no, it's not fucking
Yeah.
happening. So in any case, I had to play some Judds instead, because that gets me lifting heavy weight. But I realized something. This is not gym music. This is grocery music. because I shopped the fuck out of them groceries listening to this shit. I don't know if I have hips, but they were fucking swinging. I was into this shit, man. I was turning on people shouldn't have got turned on in there. It was fucking nice. My white calves were popping out of my fucking, oh my God. This is good shit, man. This is 80s. I felt like if you and I were dating, you would have sent me this album. You know? You'd be like, hey man, this, I was like,
so you did like it. You did like it.
no, I had to listen to it. When I first heard it, I was like, no.
Okay, I see.
Yeah, but let me slow down. I don't sound like a crackhead on a binge over here. But in any case, I'd heard it first, like a couple verses, didn't listen to it. Listened to it like yesterday 7 or 8 times, a couple times today. What was really fun for me is that I know the song Black Velvet. I don't know anyone who doesn't.
Me too. As soon as I heard that, I was like, oh yeah, I've heard this fucking song. Yeah.
Right. Which intrigued me to listen to the rest of it. And I'll just say up top, nothing really like, Black Velvet is Black Velvet. That's probably everybody's favorite song. It's made her, she's still valid. That song still gets played on the radio.
Right.
So yeah, awesome for her. But I thought it was a lot of fun that Danny sent us that. And, Danny's like, cause like the next generation in front of us, like she probably graduated like early 90s, midnight, you know what I mean? So this music was probably her fucking high school shit or her college shit.
I'm sure.
It was just like, this is rad for what it is. And what was fun was before I read her bio, Alannah Myles bio, the first lyric, the first sounded like another Canadian artist. I can't remember the name, but the lyrics go, life is a highway. I was like, this sounds like that. And then I was like, for some reason, I was like, is this girl Canadian? And lo and fucking behold, you look her up, she's a Canadian.
She's Canadian, yeah.
Yeah, there's something to it. I was just like,
I
used to think Black Velvet was actually the reason I said the Judds earlier. I thought Black Velvet forever was the Judds.
Oh.
I thought, because I remember my mom and dad used to play the fucking Judds all the time when I was a kid, and I hated it. And I remember I used to tell my parents, like, can you just play their hit? And they'd be like, shut up. I mean, that's how it was back then. But in any case, he would, I was like, that song, Black Velvet. Yeah, it was kind of like that. It doesn't speak. It does what it's told her. It gets the hose again. It was like that. But but anyway, yeah, so it was really cool to like turn this album on, get to the 3rd or 4th track and be like, oh, like this is Black Velvet. This is who this is. And that's what I liked it most about that. Her other songs, some of them are cool. Like there isn't really anything else on there that makes me do a backflip, but it just, to me, it's like definitely pop rock.
It's that older school, like old school, like feathered hair and and like acid wash jeans and like white tennis shoes,
some dude with long blonde hair, like fake pretending to play a guitar with a lion behind him or some shit, his hair's blown with a fan and like,
I was thinking, like, when I was listening to today again, I listened to it quite a bit, and I was listening to it today with Callie in the car on the way to the fucking mall, and I was like, if this music had a smell, it would just smell like Hairspray. Like, it was, and I was like, and Callie's mom is like, kind of this is her genre of music, and like, like, she is in her early 60s. She probably wouldn't like me to say that, but like she's, like in that age where that she was listening to this when she was probably my age or something like that. I don't know.
Right.
I don't know what math is, but like I was like, I picture your mom with like a leather jacket on and like done up hair with Hairspray and like short shorts on with like white sneakers,
or those white boots. Those white ankle,
yeah, like smoking one of those really thin cigarettes, one of those.
Oh yeah, with the big puffy socks that are all scrunched down.
And she's like, my mom probably did listen to that. She probably looked like that too.
Holy shit.
But I liked it too. I thought I'll be honest, like at first I kept on going back and forth. I was like, do I like this? How do I feel about this? But then I start thinking about like the way the music might smell, and I was like, yeah, Hairspray. And I was listening to it, and I started thinking about Callie's mom. I'm like, oh, yeah, that's a funny image. And I was like, yeah, I do like this. I kind of want to I feel like you could do a musical to this music, and like you'd be a bunch of bad boys with like leather jackets and like rolled up cigarettes in your like sleeve, and you're like doing this, and you're like,
I was say we're doing a modern West Side Story.
yeah, you got like fucking like leather gloves on. You're like doing this in circles around one guy that's like singing and trying to get out of this, like, and it's probably John Travolta or something now. Like it's
oh my God, they're all chanting Black Velvet, Black Velvet, Black Velvet, Black Velvet, Black. Like, get 'em, boys!
Yeah, and like John Travolta like jumps up on a lamp, like a light post in the street, and like kicks everyone in the head with and he spins around, and then he like has hairspray, and he's like, shh, like doing people's hair and shit.
Oh, shit. Oh man, you really think of some stuff. I was just thinking minute rice or brown rice when I was listening to this shit.
Yeah, man. Just sometimes I'm just like,
that's great. Oh shit.
I'm a very visual thinker, Tony.
No man, the shit you say, like, oh my God. Oh, smells like hair. I fucking love it. Smells like hairspray.
But
no, it was. I thought it was a good pick. I'm not gonna sit here and act like honestly like it's something that I would crave, but listening to it a bunch, giving it its due, I thought it was awesome, and I thought it was really cool of Danny to suggest it. Seriously, like, and that like I said, that cherry on top was just like, oh, I know this. A lot of people know this shit. A lot of people know this. That Alannah Myles has 1.5 million followers on Spotify, which says a lot because Spotify hasn't been around long enough to where she's been accruing these people since the 80s. So 1.5 million people know who the fuck she is, and I didn't.
Well, I mean, she's been around for a long time. Like right now, it says 1977 to now. So
right, yeah, exactly.
And I gotta say, she's kind of a babe back in the day.
Swing.
Yeah, she's good looking gal. I don't know. Something like that,
it's actually fair. She seems like the kind of girl that Wayne and Garth would have gone for.
Oh,
she's a babe. She's totally babelicious. Swing. Garth, calm down. Remember your pills.
So what are some choice tracks that you enjoy besides Black Velvet?
Yeah, that's my number one, and everything else was it wasn't. There's, let me see. Hang on. Shit.
Yeah.
Here it is. Love is, yeah. Just because it's like it's catchy, like love is like it's fucking 80s all over the place.
Yeah.
But here's the one that fucked me up. Kickstart My Heart.
Yeah.
Because isn't that a Motley Crue song?
Is it? Yeah. Did Motley Crue did someone cover somebody? I mean, that happens a lot.
It doesn't even sound the same. That's what messed me up. I was like, Kickstart My. I'm looking to see if maybe that's not what Motley Crue called it.
But also, someone could have she could have covered theirs.
Oh, actually, Kickstart My Heart was Great White and Alannah Myles.
Alannah Myles covered it.
Kickstart My Heart was covered by Rascal Flatts.
Mm-hmm.
Jack Russell. Isn't that a dog? Anyway,
no, you're thinking of Kurt Russell, man.
No, it says Jack Russell's the name of a band. It must be big in Japan. I don't know. But in any case, those are the two that stuck out. Like the actual chorus, like love is
right. Bad. Mine is what is it? Lover of Mine. I like that. I like that shit. It's like kind of a ballady. It's kind of slow.
I think yeah.
And it's like, yeah, just because you get the, like you're driving with your lover, you get to be all passionate, singing it in her face, lover of mine, when you're driving into a tree, You're like,
Yes.
keep your eyes on the road. I'm like, I'm singing a love song.
I'm singing a Nelson here, ain't I, baby?
Yeah.
Sure are. Fucking League of Their Own. Sorry, I'm attached to movies.
And then I like to rock this joint because it's like fucking rock this joint. Like,
doesn't it just feel like it feels like Roadhouse?
Dude, that's what Callie said. That's exactly what Callie said. This is like Roadhouse music.
They got a blind keyboard player and shit. Like,
yeah. It is
fucking throwing glass bottles at a blind guy. That's not cool, man.
Why he doesn't need
love is fuck.
Fucking A.
Oh shit, that's funny. She said that too. Feels like Roadhouse.
She said that like 3 hours ago in the car on the way to that fucking hellhole.
It does. There's this thing because they had like those 80s bands in there and it was that whole vibe, And
yeah.
Like, I'll tell you when to be nice and when to be mean. Like, okay. I need to watch that shit now. my man buys a shit car and a bunch of bald spare tires just so we go to work every night.
Yeah.
fucking Roadhouse.
I watched that movie probably like 3 years ago is the last time I watched it. It's a good movie.
It's good until he does the kung fu in front of the barn. I'm like, all right, this is they always had to have a 5-minute I'm buff, don't you want to fuck me scene in these movies.
I like that part.
I know you do, but that's
because I like it. He's buff, and I don't want to fuck him now. He's
skin and bone. Oh,
yeah, he's all dead and shit.
Yeah, man. Oh my god. All right, that was fun.
Good pick. Thank you, Danny.
Yeah,
I think we both liked it, and I want to say this. I think it's cool when you did what you did, when you were like, you turned it on, you're like, I don't, and then you went and did something and you put them together and it fit,
yep.
like yeah, it's just cool. I think that's cool, because it's like you didn't give up on it or anything. You're like,
oh hell no. Honestly, I wasn't looking. Right after I hit you up, I was like, all right, got to put this on, but it was better because my brain, it was like playing in the background. And what's fun about this kind of music or any new music playing in the background is you subconsciously pick out what you like about it if you do. So it's like you're just doing whatever the fuck else you're doing, and then you're like, oh, wait a second, this is actually good. And then you look down, you look at it, you're like, I'm gonna play that again. And that's how it works for me. So it's better if I'm out and about listening to new music, because if I'm sitting here on my fucking heroin and rocking chair, then I'm just gonna want to listen to what I want to listen to,
Sure.
So yeah, it's fun. Yeah, this is cool that we started doing this shit. I think it's a lot of fun. We dick around with new music every week, and that people are throwing things in there that we would never. We're gonna be like, honestly, we'll be some music wizards. We keep this shit up. Like people will be like, "The fuck? Why are you guys on a talk show, right? Why are you guys doing a game show right now? Like, need the money for heroin, wherever we're at in life." But yeah, dude. Yes, Danny. Thank you very much. Thank you for being one of our biggest fans, and of course, thanks for always keeping us updated on the crazy shit that's going on as far as assholes throwing masks on the ground. And Danny did also say that what was it, a sex shop?
Yeah, she's saying that that she liked it, that there was an adult toy store that changed their name from, I fucking forget what it was.
Something to do with couples, and porn shops don't do that.
Yeah, they don't do that. Yeah,
right. I think it'd be cool if you had a sex shop that was called, I don't know, orgies, and it just said swing on by, and it just had like 7 people screwing on a swing, that'd be a cool, just a sex shop for more than just perverts. I think that's what would be neat.
Yeah. Right? Yeah, I mean, they also sold pineapples,
That'd be fucking neat. No, I'm just waiting for, anyway, I don't want, but yeah, that would be neat. We'll talk about that some other time.
I think we have talked about them.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Hitler's ass, pineapple, 430. It gets him every time. Sorry, gang. All right, so I think we're ready for the wheel.
All right, time to spin that wheel. I gotta start juggling. I gotta set it up or something.
All right.
Entertain these people.
All right, I'm gonna go backwards this time just because I'm tired of saying Coco is number one.
All right, one second. I'm gonna turn on a light. I know there's gonna be a little bit of a glare, but just so we could see the wheel.
Got it. Jesus. There we go. See?
Yeah.
Alex has the power of God on his shoulders. All right, we'll start. That's fine, man. I can start with number. Let's do number. Yeah, fuck it. Number 10. You ready? I'm gonna fuck with your head. We're gonna go backwards.
Okay.
All right, number 10 is Blackwater Holy Light, their self-titled album. Number 9, Who is William Wanabar? Number 8, Shellac, 1,000 Hertz. Number 7 is Dire Straits, Brothers in Arms. Number 6 is Billy Joel, The Stranger. Number 5 this week is Whitey Morgan and the 78s. The album is Honky Tonks and Cheap Motels. Number 4 is Pink Floyd, Obscured by Clouds. Number 3 is Left Field, Rhythm and Stealth. Number 2 is An Open Space. Number 1 is the Coco soundtrack. Sir, at your leisure.
All right. All right, what do we want? Jet skis, dryer, brand new. I have to do it this arm. Sorry, you're gonna have to deal with the glare.
No, I don't give a shit. That's fine, man. 8.
8. Letter 8.
Letter 8. Shellac, 1,000 Hertz.
Ah, shellac, baby.
Oh man. All right. So if you guys like to follow along and do the homework with us, please do. The band is called Shellac, Shellac, I believe. Is that right? And then 1,000 Hertz is spelled with ones and zeros. So there you go.
Let's double check this.
Okay. I spelled it. I don't. Google knows how to spell now, and I don't. That's what technology's done for me.
Yeah. Shellac.
Yep. There you go. Shellac, and the album is 1,000 Hertz.
Yep.
So that's what we're listening to this week, and that's what we're going to talk about next week, along with what other crazy shit happens. If I get a poster, I won't admit it. But you guys should tune in next week and see what the hell kind of shenanigans we get into. And also, Danny's a great sport. She throws in some stuff. We have a few other people who throw stuff in. Dude, if you get a wild hair up your ass, a hair can be a rabbit. So if there's a wild rabbit up your ass, first take care of that. And then write something. I don't give a shit. Throw a topic our way. Something we said, hit you a certain way. Let us know.
And like, if you listen to the music and like, let's say you're a person that didn't suggest it and you checked out the band too, let us know what you thought. You know what I mean?
Yeah, fuck it. We're in. It's fun to have an open conversation going on. And the album is actually spelled Hertz, like pain, Hurts, not Hertz like 1,000, like hooked up with electricity Hertz. So 1,000 Hurts. It's from 2000. Their number 1 album in Spotify.
Good eye.
So follow, subscribe, worship if you're into it, that kind of thing. We appreciate it. Yeah, Alex has the power of God on his side.
See, I'm coming straight from heaven. You see this shit?
Heaven. No.
All right. Thanks for watching, listening, and all that kind of stuff. Instagram, Titfu69. Check that shit out. And like always, thanks for checking this shit out.
Check it out. All right. Till next week. See us when we see us. Bye-bye.
Bye.